Hey guys, before the video starts, I just kind of want to hop on here and say thanks for the people that's been watching. Don't forget, if you haven't already, to subscribe to the channel, and don't forget to give the videos that you all watch a thumbs up or a like, and hope you all enjoy today's video. Hey everybody, what's going on? Welcome back to the channel. For those of you who don't know me, I am Teddy Graff of Graff Farms. So right now, I'm going back to our other video when we finished up. I said Dad was working on his tractor, so we left it that night. We didn't have any tools with us. Came back this morning, which is 2 days from then. We had a softball game or a tournament to go to yesterday for my middle girl. So we went to it. Eric and Josh were spraying over there. I sprayed all this and everything we planted that day. Got back this morning. We had some tools, got a bad O-ring. Dad went to go get that fixed. Both planters are filled up with seed, and we are going to get in ours and head out and head on to the next farm and start planting while he gets his O-ring and gets that fixed. So we're gonna jump in the tractor here and head on out. Well, whenever we moved earlier, I said we were moving farms, but actually we were just moving fields. I forgot there was two more fields of that farm on the way out of where I was at. I thought they had done been planted and they hadn't, but we moved over here to our next farm. We're about to finish it up. I think there's about 15 acres here, 2 different fields, pretty short runs, kind of hard to film anything in. Like I said, we're about to finish this up, and after this we're going to be moving to a farm that lays pretty nice. It's got a 180 acre field in it, or somewhere around there, and then another 25. So it'd be nice to get on some ground here in just a little bit that we'll be able to roll through pretty quickly. Dad's moving his planter right now to another farm. I think there's about 15 acres at it, also in 2 different fields. So he's going to get that knocked out, and after he gets that one done, I don't know that he's going to be doing much more planting today, but we'll find out. Wherever we're going to move to next, I don't know that it's going to be dry enough yet, so he's going to go check that out after he gets done planting where he's at, and that'll determine if he's going to keep going and if I'm going to have somewhere to move to tonight after I get that next section done. Alright, we made it over here to this other farm. We have all of our headlands here knocked out, or end rows, whatever anybody wants to call them. We have made, this will be round number 2 in the field. Just called Dad to see where he's at. I'm getting kind of low on seed, so we're going to need some of that soon. And he is getting ready to pull in. So when we get down to this end of the field down here, he should be here. And we'll go ahead and get filled up. And I should have enough to then finish this whole farm. And we'll see where we're going to go from there. Alright, we got filled up. We planted about 10 acres since we filled up. Everything's been going good. Dad brought me some seed, he brought me some lunch. So we got that ate. And we're getting over here closer to the edge of this side of the field. And I got paying a little closer attention. I do know we've got 2 or 3 pretty good towel hole sucks right up in here that we need to get fixed. Kind of just didn't make it to that this year with all the rain we've had, so hopefully this next winter slash before we get started in the spring, we'll be able to get out here, get those fixed, or maybe even this fall, and this field will be a lot nicer farming then. These towel hole sucks have been in this field for probably 3 years now, and it just never has really worked out right, so we've got time to get in there and get them fixed, but they do keep growing, so they definitely need to be fixed. Well, I get out here. We've got row number 10 in the back here. Says it's not planting. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So we're going to check this one out, see what we can find here. See what we got here. No seed in there. We're gonna block this out, and that's our drive that drives our seed disc there. I'll pop this off. Oh, so we've got seed in the seed tube. I don't know if y'all can see it there. It's not coming off the bottom. Looks like we drug up a little bit coming through this thicker stuff. Some of this is a little bit marginal here. Probably shouldn't be planting some of the spots, but we're gonna run through it. We're gonna clean this out here. That's obviously what has our row plugged up here, and then we'll get back at it. All right, so everything's packed in there pretty tight. It's right in between the drive wheels, so it's kind of hard to get to. One of my things I like about these Kinsey planters, lock the wings back up and come back here and work on it with it up in the air. Well, I think we got her cleaned out here. We're gonna put her down and unlock the wings again, and we'll give it a go and see what happens. Get these wings unlocked. Phase these up and down cylinders out. Seem to be good. We got to lock our air back in there. Parking brakes off. And take off and see what we got. Oh, and lock the auto steer back on. Everything seems to be working as it should. So hopefully that'll get us finishing up this field here, and we'll get moved on to the next spot. All right, so we got our back field done back here. Now we're going to go out to the front field. Somebody else farms that side of the roadway. We farm this side. So we're going to cross this little bridge right here. Shouldn't be no trees in the way. So all I'm going to do here is lock my wings. And we will be on our way across this bridge here. No sense in floating all the way up. Alright, we made it across here. We want to be safe, put the camera down. So now what we're going to do is go in here to the correct field and get this started. And we will be on our way. Alright, well, we've got the planters parked for the day. It's about almost 6:30. We got this seed tender empty, and my planter's filled up. We got to the next farm, and we're going to shut it down there for the night. Ground's still a little too wet to be planting, so we're going to let it dry out tonight, find something to do in the morning, and then tomorrow afternoon we'll come down here. Eric will probably come down here in the morning with Josh and start spraying, and then we can fall in and plant behind him. So for right now, we're gonna go home, and we'll see y'all tomorrow. All right, what's going on, everybody? We're back in the field. We're rolling this morning, or I guess it's actually afternoon now. This is my first field that I've done today. We're doing some headlands, in rows, like I said, whatever everybody wants to call them. This morning we had some seed delivered, a couple more boxes, and then the seed's salesman that came and dropped those off, took all his other boxes back. So cleaned out some room this morning, and then I organized some chemicals in the barn this morning, make some more room, and everything was kind of getting disorganized. All of our corn chemicals we're not going to use the rest this year. I stuck back in the back, and no sense in having them out. So after that, we got everything loaded up, and then we came down here and greased the planters, and now we are getting rolling here. All right, jumped out of the tractor here. We're kind of having a problem with the far half of this planter. Keeps not wanting to plant. It is wet, and we do use contact wheels, but this one right here has a stick in it, and it keeps getting bunched up. So I'm not real sure what our issue is, to be honest. I might look at it here, see if I can find anything. Well, I don't have an issue, or I don't have a solution as why this keeps happening, but the planter quit planting because our chains here came off our sprockets. So we're gonna get that put back on, and I guess we'll figure out from there what's going on. All right, I still don't see anything that could really be wrong. I've got this chain back on now, and actually this chain right here was popped off too, so we got it back on. I guess we're just going to run this and see what happens. If we have a problem again, I guess we'll get out and check it out. All right, we're in a new field here. Haven't had any more problems back here, so I probably just lost a chain going around the edge of the field. That was my second round, kind of out in the middle off the headlands whenever we lost that. So it's possible I had a vine or something wrapped up around the sprocket, and once we got out that far, it probably just fell off. So everything seems to be working good back there now. I do still have more mud on that one contact tire, but none of the other ones. So we're going to need to look into that. I'm going to guess it's in the springs on the adjustment for that, so we might need to check that out. But right now I've almost got my headlands done on this field. They'll start filling in the middle here, and then there's 2 more fields on this farm, and we'll be moving on to the next one. So I'm still in the same field. One thing that we probably should have done here is work some of this ground. I didn't pick this field. I don't remember it being wet when we were down this way when we picked, but it's pretty rough feeling. I've had a drop of gear from where I'm normally planting at, and I'm running about 1 mile an hour less, because if I gear up, can't hardly sit in the seat. For us on a farm, we're typically trying to do as much no-till as we possibly can for our area. I know some people don't agree with that, but that's just kind of how our ground is. If we wash it, or if we work it, it washes really bad. So we try to not work any more ground than what we have to. But this is one of those fields, or once I get to these other fields in this farm, I don't know, it could be this whole farm should have been worked. But we'll find out. I've almost got this field done, and hopefully the other ones aren't as bad, and I can grab another gear in it and get planting a little faster. All right, we moved farms, and I made a rookie mistake. I didn't fill up before I left the other farm where the seed tender was. Luckily, if you can see, it was just right through that opening right there and around a barn over there. So we've got the seed tender over here now. I'm pulling around here to get filled up. While I got out to go get the seed tender, I just kind of walked some of these rows. As the ground's getting a little nicer now, and we're not expected to get rain till next week, I went ahead, changed the depth setting on the planter a little bit, kind of get it set a little differently, and we're gonna back up here now and get filled up. It's gonna be kind of tricky since from the last video, I'm the fancy talc dispenser, and there's nobody else here to help me fill, so somehow I'm gonna have to dump talc and fill up at the same time. All right, we're gonna walk around here to the back of the planter we are going to start this tender up. Choke it. That. Grab our talc we've got here. We're gonna throw it up here. We'll open it up there and dump it as seed is going in. Don't forget this. All right, before we put any seed in here, we got pretty low in this one. I'm gonna walk. Don't let me forget that. And this one, it's not as low, but still a little low. Stick that there. Let's see. Grab this bucket. And I didn't grab my fancy magnetic mount for this GoPro today, so we're holding it with one hand, trying to pop this lid off. All right, go right down there. So got this, just gonna sprinkle it around inside there. Got a little bit. All right. Turn on our conveyor here. And we got beans. So as that's dumping, we'll grab another scoop here. Got it. We're just gonna kind of sprinkle it on there as it's dumping. Alright, I think this side's about full enough. Turn the switch off. And now we're going to move this over there. And we'll start on this side. Move this bucket. Put it up here this side. And put it on as it goes. Alright, we finished filling up. It's hard to finish filming that part, so we got done. We get back in this tractor and be back on our way. Man, that talc made a mess out of me. Get wiped off, got white stuff all over me. We're back running. We're down here in an area that we call St. Joe, and I guess technically it's Sellersburg, but there's Catholic church over here is called St. Joe Church, so that's just kind of what everybody calls this area. Not very big fields though. You can see the truck over there on the other side of the field. We've got a couple hundred acres down this way, but the only bad part about it is it's split into about 20-30 different fields, so no field's very big. Hard to get a drone or anything up in the air, but we've got this out in the field running now, filled back up. This will be plenty of seed to do this farm, finish it up, and then we'll be on to the next one. One thing about all these farms down this way is most of this is relation to me. My dad grew up down in this area here where we're at, so everybody's kind of related to everybody. So small fields, but you can pick up a lot of ground like that. So we're going to finish this field up, and then we're going to move on down to the next farm, which is where my first cousin lives, and we're going to be working down there. Once we get done down there for the night, that's probably going to finish us up. So we're going to work through this and move down to there and hopefully get done here soon. Alright, so we got that farm done and we are moving down to where I said my cousin lives at now. And here's part of the field here, and we're going to start all in the back, work our way out. One of the things though about being down here is the road sizes are pretty small on back roads, and we have a lot of extra really small crossings. So we are going to get this tractor and this planter over top of this small culvert. It's not as bad in this tractor and planter as what it normally is in the combine. The combine's not very fun getting across this one, but we look to be okay here on this. All right, I believe we have made it across. Nice narrow crossing. And we're going to get back to the backfield and get it unfolded. So we had a change in plans here since it's already 7 o'clock now. Eric finally got done spraying. We're not going to swap planters. So there's no other wheels down here other than our seed tender. And he's going to grab it. I'm going to get shut down and he's going to be my ride home. So we're going to head out here for the night. The only bad thing about being down here with all these small fields is you don't make a very good time planting, you don't make very good time spraying. You got a lot of folding, unfolding, things like that. So we're making do this year with what we got and all these other years. So we'll keep on doing it, but hopefully tomorrow we'll get done down this way. We'll be moved back up towards the house, I'm hoping, and we got some nicer fields up there. So that's probably going to do it for this video. Once again, thanks for watching. If you haven't, do not forget to subscribe. Give the video a thumbs up, and we'll see you all in the next one.